Hey everyone, welcome back to Don't Starve a Day. So we're on day 7 now. I actually decided to bring back the Minimap HUD mod because somebody mentioned to me that it actually is more convenient for the sake of the videos if I have access to the minimap more easily. It gives a better sense of where we are on the map and leads to less me pressing tab to check the full screen map, which is less distracting overall, so I am going to leave it over there in the corner. Anyways, on to the day. Our first order of business is to make an ice box. This is going to help us preserve our food, particularly stuff that spoils pretty fast, like those frog legs, and stuff like fish spoils really quickly, all that good stuff, so we want to put it in the ice box. And we're going to place the ice box right near our crock pot, because you can actually interact with both at once, so it's better if you can just open up the ice box and immediately put stuff into the crock pot from there. It's just more convenient, basically. So then, I'm just looking through all the different science devices we could make, considering what we should make immediately, what we can wait on a little bit. I actually end up making 2 more science devices after this, but first I decided to cook our last Froggle Bunwich that we had materials for. Figured out it was a good idea. And then I start making some boards. I think I make 4 of them. Right here. Yep. Just figured we have plenty of wood, so we'd spend some of that on more science. Gotta do science. And then I just organized my inventory a little bit. We got time since we gotta wait for the Froggle Bunwich to cook, so I'm just being a neat freak again. And there it is. So, let's go get that. Delicious. And we'll eat that, and we've almost capped out our health, so I'm pretty happy about that. We could maybe make one more if we find more vegetables, but for now that's fine. So we build a thermal measure, which is going to allow us to gauge kind of where we are in the season, how close we are to summer. And then we build the rainometer, which is going to tell us how soon, or like how much precipitation is in the air, like when it's gonna rain generally. It kind of just gives us a good idea of that. So right now it's kind of cloudy, and it'll probably start raining within the next day. So now that we did that, we did a lot of crafting. Pretty much we spent most of the morning in the base. We're gonna go out and, of course, because we've done this pretty much every episode, do some more foraging. I'm sorry I keep doing this. I know it's boring, but it is a necessary part of the game, and I'd rather be with the materials and, you know, have things be a bit lackluster than not have them, and have things be in utter panic, because we don't have materials for even basic things. So yeah. So we got all this. While we're doing this, I did want to bring up I kind of wished that I had spent more time as the werebeaver, but I think, you know, since we're only doing 1 day per episode, I think you might revert back to your human form if you quit out of the game. So I didn't want to spend too long in werebeaver form either way. I did want to show it off, but, you know, it's generally something I only use as a last resort. Woodie is a perfectly good character on his own, and it's a great ability to have, but I don't want to abuse it. Because if you keep eating wood, like, we could just run around this area, eat wood to keep our log meter up, and stay in that form for literally, like, 10, 20 days. Like, we could just run around for a full hour as the werebeaver, but it's kind of boring doing that, you know. It's more meant for those sticky situations like we got into, where you can't just run away from the situation, but you don't have the tools to deal with it in your human form. So that's what Woodie is kind of for. That's what his werebeaver form is for. So, we're coming back onto these guys. Now that we made a log suit, I'm feeling a little more secure taking them on in combat. So, put on the log suit, take out our spear, and start beating on this first guy's first night. And you saw the screen shake a little bit. The rook is already on his way here. It's funny, he's actually the only one who noticed. So, in combination with the damage that we did to that knight, just one smack from him actually does the job. And this is the nice thing about the Rook that I really like, is that he really just, he obliterates his own teammate, like his own allies. He'll kill them in like 2 shots, as you see there. That does their full health. And also this that M made out of evil flowers, that stands for Maxwell. In case you didn't know, Maxwell is the jerk guy who introduced us to the world. He said, hey, say pal, it looks like you're not looking too good, and better get some food before it's nighttime and all that jazz. So he's sort of our antagonist for the game. He's very mysterious. Actually, there's more known about him than most of the other characters, so he deals with mysterious powers, we'll say that. But yeah, these nice carpeted marble areas are sometimes called clockwork biomes or chess biomes, because these guys are all named after chess pieces: the bishop, the rook, and the knight. But yeah, they're kind of Maxwell's biome generally. So fighting the rook is kind of risky. Like, as you can see, his charge is really difficult to avoid unless you do it in advance. If you're trying to like get in on the offensive with him, it's not going to go so well. So be prepared to take at least a couple shots. Always, almost always bring a log suit and a football helmet if you can, if you're going to fight a rook. Or just guide him into an overwhelming amount of enemies, and maybe they'll do him in, and you won't even have to worry about fighting him. And I don't know if we've run into these already, but these are mole worms. Mole worms are cute as hell. I love these guys. Actually, I decided to turn back and feed them 1 rock, just so you can see them in person. They got the little star-shaped noses. These guys are great. And actually, if you have a hammer, you can literally play whack-a-mole with them, and it knocks them out of the ground. You can collect them to craft things like moggles, which are like night vision goggles, but with moles. And that's pretty interesting. They put a pretty neat filter over the game. So yeah. Bit of a procrastinating day. I mean, we made good progress, but at the same time, we still stuck really close to the base, and I was hoping to go a little further out. We did craft a lot of good stuff here, and this is something I forgot to do, was to craft some tools, just to prototype them. I barely ever use the what is it? The thing we just crafted, the pitchfork. I'm sorry. But yeah, so we just prototype everything. We make ourselves a shovel so we can dig out all of those stumps in the ground and get an extra log out of them. And then I consider if I want to get the regal, or the luxury axe, the regal, or opulent pickaxe, or they all have like fancy names, and the regal shovel. So we do end up making those. But it's in the next day, so that's the end of the episode, so we really don't need the axe because we have Lucy. But I just wanted to prototype them because I don't know why. So that's it. I'll see you all next time, and hopefully we'll make a little more progress. I did forget to pick up that backpack. I know, I'm aware. So we'll pick that up next episode, and then we'll go exploring some more. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.